worst job I had was working in the dish room at my college dorm.
7-Eleven.
But even that's not too terrible, but it still wasn't fun.
Insurance salesman at Allstate.
I worked at a pizza place. That wasn't that worse, though. I kind of liked it, actually. I love pizza.
Cafeteria worker at a college dormitory.
I worked at a pizza place, too, and I actually liked it. I'd say K-Mart. Fuck you, K-Mart.
Mine would probably be Bass Shoe Outlet, because I have an allergic reaction, apparently, to weird cardboard, the cardboard particles, and my hands would just swell up, and I couldn't bend them all day, and then I was the backstock guy, so I didn't really do a good job.
But yeah, K-Mart. Fuck you, K-Mart. I worked at K-Mart too. Did you? Assholes, yeah.
I worked in a warehouse for Dick's Sporting Goods.
An old guy shit on the Kmart floor and they made me pick it up. I didn't even work in that.
I worked at Kmart. I had to clean shit.
Why is everyone shitting in Kmart?
I worked at a hospital.
Doing what?
Patient transport, and that was pretty terrifying and bad.
I worked at Waffle House for like 3 days, and that's why it was only 3 days.
I worked at Arby's for an hour and a half once.
I was 17, and it was my summer break, and I was like, no, I'm not doing this.
I started working, and they showed me how to slice the meat, and then I was like, I forgot something in my car. I'll be right back, and then just went home.
84 Lumberyard.
84, hold on, you worked at 84 Lumberyard?
I've never had a job.
Well, I used to work construction for my dad's company, which it was awesome. Don't get me wrong. I used to have to go to 84 Lumber to pick up wood. That's really crazy. I didn't know you worked there.
I applied to a Donato's when I was 14.
Worst job was definitely PacSun, though, and my boss didn't like me at all.
And I wrote my last name on the first name line, and they didn't call me back.
I worked at the Minnesota State Fair, which is kind of a really big state fair, like it's a lot of, and I worked in the information booth, and I told old people where this diner related to this church called the Epiphany Church was all day.
I was a server at a retirement home.
The only people that came out to me, old people looking for the Epiphany Diner. We would tally it up. I think it was like 219 times in one day I got asked that.
But we didn't get tips or anything. We had to refuse tips. So, I mean, I maybe made like $40 over the whole summer.
It's not the worst job, but maybe the most interesting. So there's a company in Minnesota that makes penile prosthetics.
You know, no disrespect to anybody that sees this and maybe still works there or whatever, but the Garland Theater in Spokane, Washington, where I grew up, it was a dollar theater.
Step one in making these things is taking this roll of fiber and picking it apart so you fluff it up to it's like cotton candy.
My job was to clean the remaining butter out of the popcorn machine, sweep the inside of the theater, where I often found $20 bills, and that was tight.
Wow. But that was the job.
Other than that, it was a pretty shot job. I would always come home smelling like butter.
I actually worked for a company that would videotape people, elderly people, before they died, and then I had to edit together them talking, and it would go on a kiosk at the cemetery so that their like grandkids can come see them talk after they died.
Yeah. Wow. That's crazy.
That's nuts.
Wow.
You guys are bonded to picking up people's shit.